Everybody's own famous here and... Ow. Damn it. Everybody's own famous here and... shit. One more time. Hey everybody, and welcome to this final part that I am recording today. It is September 29th, 2022. It is officially 2 weeks since I have heard the album, and I must say, wow. Anyways, to get into the review, because I am not going to waste any time. Upon first listen, the singles were obviously bangers. However, songs I went back to the first time were Adderall, Hive Mind, Medicine for the Dead, and Finale. I found a lot of songs on this album that clicked the first time, of which I just listed, were absolutely fantastic. Good production, great mix, and heavy as hell. With my first listen, I was able to see just how much this album is the perfect way to end this era. It is heavy, experimental, it did everything Clown and Corey said it would. It brought those brutally long double kick 16th notes, double kick sections, everything of it, just those long drawn out double kick sections from the AHIG era. It brought back those atmospheres from the self-titled and Iowa songs. It brought back those atmospheres from those albums with songs like The Dying Song and Chapeltown. It brought back some of those guitar solos that were very reminiscent of the Volume 3 era. Same with those kind of softer experimental pieces, like with Adderall is very similar to Prelude 3.0. I also found that this brought back a lot of those menacing atmospheres of the previous two albums, We Are Not Your Kind, Point 5, The Great Chapter. I found that this album was the perfect culmination of all their previous works. The second time I listened through it, I started to play the first 5 tracks off the album on the drums, but I heard a lot more than I did the first time. It's what they've done before in a new way. Like, I found Adderall to be the most comeback track in those times. Same with Finale 2. I couldn't stop jamming Medicine for the Dead and Hell. It just tore my face apart. Warranty is yet to click there, but on day 4, I noticed that Warranty had finally clicked. And day 5, I was starting to casually listen to all the songs casually from this album. So where does that leave me after 2 weeks after I've listened? The melody stuck in my head. Almost every song stuck with me. Every time I hear the album, I smile. This album makes me very happy. The experimentation on this album worked to their advantage. I never have to skip a track when listening to this album, and all that will be explained later. I will go track by track to break down the album, give you my thoughts, facts provided by Slipknot Mexico on Facebook, and I will quote some pieces Corey Taylor said in his interview with Metal Hammer where he breaks down all the songs. Let's go. First of all, Adderall. This song is very Radiohead meets Alice in Chains, meets some Porcupine Tree, hits some 9 Inch Nail notes too. Overall, it's a proggy tune. It's got classic rock influence, 13-part harmonies. It's got interesting keyboard work, subtle drum work, genius in my mind, and Corey is just, well, fantastic on this track. Corey talked about the lyrics, saying, lyrically, it's looking inside to be able to pull things out. I think this is a great track. A solid 9 out of 10. I really enjoy those melodies. I really love those harmonies. The genre for this particular song just works in this album's context. The fact that they said that they would be experimenting, they meant it. According to Slipknot Mexico, this song brings a haunting version of Kid A by Radiohead, and then into the territory of Alice in Chains' Jar of Flies. It is also inspired by the work of Trent Reznor. There is no sinister moments, but it doesn't hurt the tone of the album. In my mind, it makes it more twisted, actually like a calm and gentle wind before a storm. Either way, 9 out of 10. Dying Song, Time to Sing. Now, I have seen pieces people have come up with comparing Sick and the Dying Song, and it's pretty obvious. The Dying Song is basically today's version of what the band of today would do if they wrote Sick now, and it's glorious. Corey showcases a taste of probably his best vocal performance in the studio since Iowa, and his live performances of this song, he kills it there too. Overall, I think this song is very much a combination of the old and the new. Corey explains that this song is about the death of empathy and humanity as technology occupies all our free time for real communication. It destroys our society. Slipknot Mexico would add to that, it's the musical equivalent of despair. Well said. Overall, I find this song to be the perfect example of the retro sound that Slipknot created in the 90s, infused it with the new sound, then sparked it, just sprinkled a bit of a unique sound, experimenting with the vocals here. Again, a 9 out of 10, great track. Chapeltown Rag, the closest thing we've gotten to an eyeless since Eyeless. It's interesting, the only outlier in the first three is the opener, Adderall. Dying Song is the Sick of this album, and Chapeltown is the Eyeless of this album. Corey says the song talks about how social media has turned other media into something more fantastic than honest information. You can wade through all the bullshit and get to the real news, but where is the real news? When facts are replaced by feelings, how are we ever supposed to learn anything? I agree. Lyrically, this song is interesting, and I've had many months to listen to this track. The Sid Madness at the beginning is really what brings it for me. Reminiscent of Eyeless. Plus, that breakdown is basically Eyeless too. It's very similar if you play them back to back. Just a bit darker in this context. Yet again, another 10 out of 10. Yen. Now this one, Corey said, has typo negative influence. And he also mentioned that this song is about his wife. It's about my wife. She brings things out of me that I never knew existed. Nice. Anyway, I very much enjoyed this song. Stylistically, and lyrically, it's always been cool. I like the more sadistic tone of this song. Even though this song has such a sadistic tone, it's also so heartfelt in the lyrics. A gorgeous yet haunting track from this band. 9 out of 10 as well. I love the Sid action after the second chorus. I love the darker, more dissonant tonal direction this song took during the chorus. Everything worked here for me. Hive Mind. Oh boy. A really new track. Fuck, is this song heavy. But to me, it doesn't remind me of Self-Titled in the slightest. And this song is much more like the heaviness of Iowa meets the same kind of feel as 3-0, and then add those really dark tones from the newer eras, We Are Not Your Kind and .5 The Great Chapter. Corey said, quote, a song that gathers everyone together, that feeling you get at a concert. Hive Mind is about people coming together for one beautiful moment, and then they scatter like fucking roaches once the house lights come on. Interesting. Seems very much a lot more like anthem lyrics. It's really fun song lyrically. The music can be thought of as a classic Slipknot track, being more of a concert tune that bursts down the doors. Slipknot Mexico commented on the song, saying it's one of the heaviest on the album, and it's definitely gotta be one of them. Fucking brutal. 10 out of 10 for me, for sure. Warranty. This song has the fast, extended double kick sections from the Aheg era. Jay unleashed his inner Joey on this track. Corey talked about the lyrics of Warranty, saying, quote, this is a tongue-in-cheek look at what people expect from Slipknot. It's basically me turning very retail terms into metaphors about what people think they own when it comes to Slipknot. And the fact that after all these years, our warranty hasn't run out. But they had to replace us with a new one. That's my inner metal dad coming out. Love the lyrics. Very catchy. They stick in your head. Plus, the song is a total banger. Brought all those heavy Iowa tones into the fold, continuing the darkness from the previous two albums. Again, another 10 out of 10 for me. Medicine for the Dead. I can't get far into the breakdown, but Corey said that this song is about anyone who deals with depression of any kind, commenting on the fact that he doesn't take his medications for those anymore, saying that this song is more from the therapist's standpoint, trying to find the right balance of chemicals for the numb, for the living comatose. Interesting concept, plus the song writing matches the lyrics' tone. Dark, sadistic return to their fucked up sound from the self-titled era almost. I'd say that this song is very much like Purity, but at a lot more Opeth and modern Slipknot, then bam, you got this track. This might be my favorite track of all time by this band. 10 out of 10, no doubt at all. Slipknot Mexico commented saying that this song mixes melancholy and heaviness, sounding close to the works of Rush and Opeth. Fair enough, I can see that. Acidic. This track was said by Jay to be the heaviest blues song on earth. And perhaps it is, but I have to agree with Corey in that this is kinda a prog stoner rock song, of course while still being a Slipknot song. He also said that this song is a tribute to Acid Bath, and lyrically this song is about how we are all marching towards the same fate. I think this is probably my second least favorite track on the album, but still damn good. 8 out of 10, really damn good still. It's definitely a different song from this band. You can hear the blues in this track plain as day. Heirloom. This song is conflicting for me. I love it, yet I feel so just like... the song could have at least had one scream. It feels a tad too much like Stone Sour for me, but the riffing and the effects and the sampling and all that, that's all very Slipknot. And the way that this song feels, it has the Slipknot feel, but it also has the Stone Sour feel. But I believe that since the band went on an indefinite hiatus, it's probably paying homage to it intentionally. Slipknot Mexico clearly agreeing with me there. The lyrics, Corey Taylor said, is from the standpoint of a survivor of domestic abuse, whether it's someone younger or in a relationship. It's about getting through those situations and wondering if any of that has stuck to them. What are they going to pass on in their life? Very interesting. I would definitely say that this is an anthem style tone, more Stone Sour in style. 8 out of 10, probably my least favorite track on the album, but still, again, pretty damn good. Hell, oh boy. Hell is about embracing the fact that everybody hates you. Corey put it to Metal Hammer, and the lyrics I can interpret, confirm his words. Slipknot Mexico put it perfectly. That this is a classic Slipknot track. Heavy as shit, classic lyrics, classic sounding Slipknot. 9 out of 10. Okay, Desod. This is a very interesting song. The intro is so creepy and industrial, very much like Iowa. How they did that is a very industrial, weird opening to a track, and you can't get more Iowa than that for me. Just the weirdness, the creepiness, the percussion, that's just great. It's so industrial, it's great. Then we get to the bass section of the track, bringing in a warm vocal performance, showing off Corey's incredible vocals yet again. He comments on this song. It's another song about giving into the darker sensations we are all born with and revealing them. And just like Corey put it, this song has amazing Jim and Mick guitar work. The theme of this track is badass. It's heavy near the end. It's catchy, pretty, and warm. 9 out of 10 for me. Finale. This song is about the fact that we're turning around and looking at our career so far. Our lives and decisions so far. Some of you may or may not have agreed with it, and some of you may have celebrated with us. But to us, it's just a life, just a career, just what we were born to do, and we love it. Whether times are thin or flush, we love it. Corey Taylor on the lyrics of Finale. Beautiful groove provided to us, and great guitar parts. Amazing 20-part Philharmonic choirs. Very emotional track to end this album. That just leaves you wanting more. 10 out of 10. One of my absolute favorite Slipknot tracks by this band. I mean, this is a great song. I love Finale. Finale has become absolutely one of my favorite tracks by the band. Just because of how emotional it is. You can say anything that you want about Iowa being the best album. Yes, I understand that's everyone's choice, but damn it. This album hit me different. But for me, an overall score of 91.67%. Personal grade? This is a A+ metal album. So if I had to give my my opinion on this album, it's pretty much just this. I think this album perfectly combines all the tones from all their previous albums, fuses them together, and then adds more of a unique flair. This album may be my favorite Slipknot album of all time, simply because it hits so many notes I really wanted and hoped it would. Everyone did a fantastic job on this album, and the playing and songwriting was really solid. For me, it's clear Slipknot has released a slightly controversial album among the fan base, but it's everything I wanted from this band in this point of their career. The fact that they took a chance, they tried to go in a more proggy direction with this album, and it worked. I mean, we got 4 tracks on this album that are pretty proggy, actually. I mean, I gotta say, well, Adderall's pretty much a prog song. I mean, we got Medicine for the Dead, which is pretty much just Opeth mixed with a lot of Slipknot. And then you get Acidic, and then you get Finale, which is kind of proggy too. Overall, I mean, I have nothing to complain about this album. I think that this might actually be my favorite album by this band. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so happy I got to listen to this album. This has been an incredible journey, and I hope that you guys enjoy the album too. Let me know what you guys think of this new album. Let me know your thoughts on every song. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, and I guess I'll see you then. Until then, peace. Oh, by the way, before I go, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for 400 subscribers. I could not be more happy with that. We reached my goal for the end of the year. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.